Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And in today's video, we are looking at the brand new AirPods Pro, second generation. These just came out and we're gonna go ahead and unbox them, compare them physically to the AirPods Pro first generation and see what some of the key differences might be. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So here are my AirPod Pros first generation. I'm just going to go ahead and leave them on top here. And here's the box for the brand new second generation ones. You've got the illustration in the front, AirPods Pro on the side, Apple logo. I guess I should turn it this way, huh? Apple logo, AirPods Pro, Apple logo, fine print, serial number, and UPC. In the back here, it just says AirPods Pro second generation with MagSafe charging case, in a couple different languages here, and then we've got the tabs to go ahead and open this. The one feature that I am most excited about on this is the fact that you can charge the case now with your actual Apple Watch case, or Apple Watch charger, I'm sorry. So that's something that you couldn't do in the first one, but we'll get to the differences and features in a minute here. Let's go ahead and unbox this first. I'm just gonna go ahead and tear the tab off. And let's go ahead and open this up. We are greeted by designed by Apple in California. Fine print, instructions, warranties, stuff like that. We'll leave that aside here. And then here is the actual case for the AirPods Pro. And then if you go ahead and lift this up, we've got a charging cable. All right, let me put this aside here. Underneath that, oh, I missed this. These are the different size buds that you can go ahead and put on. So we've got extra small, small, large. I'm assuming mediums are the ones that come with the actual AirPods on. So that's nice that they give you the different buds. So you can go ahead and size it up to your ear. All right, we'll put that aside. The cable can go aside as well. Let's go ahead and open this up. And then here is the actual case, the front, the side. It gives you a place to go ahead and put a loop on if you wanted to put it onto something, your wrist or backpack or something like that. The back looks pretty familiar. Side's plain. Bottom we've got the USB charging area. And then this actually also has an audible sound now. So you can use the Find My app. And before you could use it with its first generation, but it would only work with actual buds, not the case. So now if you lose the case with the buds inside, the case itself will actually beep and tell you, give you an audible alert of where it might be using the Find Me app. So that is pretty cool as well. Let's go ahead and open this up. And then we've got the AirPods. One. It gave an audible sound there for a second. Let me see what that was. Did you guys hear that? That never happened in the first one. Don't pay attention to how dirty that was. All right, let me open this up again. Yeah, it gives you an audible. Now, I'm not sure if that's because it hasn't been set up yet. We'll figure that out, but right now, as you guys can see, it does give a little bit of an alert. Let's go ahead and compare this physically to the first generation. And it looks like these are about the same size. I don't know why the newer ones look slightly bigger from this angle. You guys be the judge. Yeah, you know what? The new ones actually might be just slightly bigger, but overall they look pretty similar. Some of the aesthetics are a little bit different. For example, I know one of the features that the new ones have, the old ones don't have, is actually tapping here. And then, for your sound control, you couldn't do that here. But this one, you actually just scroll up and down and it changes the sound. Another feature that might be a little bit different. But let me go ahead and put that back. And I'm going to grab my phone so I can go ahead and sync this. I'm going to put these back in, bring them close. It's going to go ahead and recognize it. AirPods Pro. I'm going to go ahead and connect it. see a little chime there saying that it is connected. Media control, press once on either AirPod to play pause, twice to skip forward, and 3 times backwards. We all know how to do that. Adjust volume. That's what I was talking about as far as being able to scroll. You can now scroll on the flat side up and down to go and adjust the volume. And then noise cancellation, press and hold on either AirPods to switch between noise cancellation and transparency mode. You can of course do that through your phone as well, but if you wanted to do it without the phone, you can go ahead and do that. Control center, it's basically telling you can go and control your volume up and down from there. We'll go ahead and demonstrate that in a second. And looks like we've got 68% charge on the actual AirPods and 64% charge on the case itself. So these are good to go. I was picking up both. So this one is my generation 2. This is my generation 1, and that's of course a little bit different charge. AirPod Pros number 2 will actually tell you that. So 72 and 63. I'm not sure why they're blinking. All right, so as far as the actual physical features go, we just talked about the differences, not a whole lot, but what it actually does from a functionality standpoint, there is quite a bit of noticeable difference between the two. First being on the actual battery itself, on the AirPods 1, the Gen 1, you've got 4.5 hours of playtime with ANC, which is active noise cancellation, and you've got basically 6 hours on the Gen 2. So a little bit of difference there as far as battery goes on the actual AirPods itself. Now, if you're looking at the case itself, also there's a difference. There's 24 hours on the Gen 1 and about 30 hours on the Gen 2, giving you more playtime, of course, with the Generation 2. Connectivity, they both connect through Bluetooth, except Gen 1 is 5.0 and Gen 2 is 5.3. They are both IPX4 water and sweat resistant, so there's no difference there. Now, as far as the processor goes, that's where it's going to make the biggest difference. The Gen 2 has the H2 processor, which means that it's going to give you more intelligent noise cancellation, and the noise cancellation itself has been beefed up to cancel more noise coming in, which is actually supposed to be twice as much at noise cancellation from the 1. Now, the 1, personally, I loved it. The noise cancellation was great. In the gym, you can put it on and basically tone out the crappy music they play overhead, and you really couldn't hear anything. So I'm curious to see how, if it's twice as powerful, how well it's going to work with the Gen 2. So of course, there'll be more testing and stuff like that coming. So make sure you stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, this would be a great time to go down and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my upcoming videos on the actual test of these AirPods in the field. Let me go ahead and do an actual test now by putting them on and see what they feel like, if they feel any different than the first one or not. They shouldn't, because they're about the same size and same shape and everything, but I'll go ahead and give you guys a look on what they look like with them in my ear. That is my right one. That is my left one. Let me go ahead and do the shake test. Nothing. So they are staying in like they're supposed to. That is one thing that I absolutely love about the AirPods. I've tried different kinds that are out there, the Samsung ones particularly, and they don't tend to stick in my ear. I've got some weird shaped ears, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. But these actually work really well, and that's why I love them. The first generation, and of course now I am going to go ahead and test out the second generation and see how well they work. All right. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, hopefully you found it to be helpful. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Again, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.